This is the new Paco Rabanne 1 Million Royale. Will this fragrance win in the battle royales of fragrances from the 1 Million line? Or is it going to be cast to the side and forgotten in a matter of 2 months' time? So I posted a first impressions of smelling 1 Million Royale. TikTok especially had some very interesting comments to say about this fragrance. People seem to be very hit or miss on this fragrance. So let's see what they had to say. Why he low-key kind of zesty with it? Yeah, I admit, I was a little bit over the top. Atomizer finally working. So I guess this one's having atomizer issues. Zestier than lemon. Bro fell in love. Boring scent. The worst in the line. I smelt it on my vacation to Canada and man was it sexy. As you can tell, some of the comments were very hit or miss on what people thought of 1 Million Royale. Or is it Royal? 1 Million Royale was released in 2023, so it's a very new fragrance and it was perfumed by Christophe Renaud and Quentin Bisch. So let's talk about the box. Box is rather boring. I mean, it looks just like the bottle, the little ruby on the front there. Paco Rabanne Parfum Natural Spray. On the bottom, you're gonna get some of the ingredients and information there with a QR code. That just leads you directly to Paco Rabanne's website. On the back, you're getting some information here. Made in France, conscious and vegan formula, and very long lasting. We're gonna get into if it's actually long lasting in a minute, but this QR code here, if you were to scan it, takes you to the product purchase page on Paco Rabanne's website. I promise it's not a virus. Basically, if you were to order 1 Million Royale, it kind of says that if you were to get it, you get a free sample with it, and you can try the sample, and if you don't like it, you can return the product. So if you were interested in it, that's definitely something you might want to look into, but then you'd have to pay full retail price, which is, we're gonna get into that. Who cares about a box? Let's get on to the fragrance. To be honest with you, I think that this is probably my favorite look of the 1 Million line. I really like the ruby on the front. Adding that little ruby on the front just makes it look so much nicer and it makes it stand out so much more on the shelf. Yeah, I have the 50 ml. It doesn't match on my shelf. Probably gonna get the 100 ml after this, just so it matches. That's the type of OCD I have. This is actually a parfum concentration. Batch code is located on the bottom of the back of the bottle. My batch code is 23351. Now let's get on to the scent. What does the new 1 Million Royale actually smell like? So on Fragrantica, the listed notes are as follows. Top notes of cardamom, tangerine, and bergamot. Mid notes, lavender, sage, and violet leaf. Base notes of benzoin, cedar, and patchouli. But what am I smelling with 1 Million Royale? 2 sprays on the wrist. I think the atomizer is pretty good with most Paco Rabannes, no different here. You can get to it by pressing on the top here. Now what I'm getting most of here is just a cardamom and benzoin combination, which really pushes the sweet gourmand feel of this fragrance. You're getting a little tinge of this sweet citrus with that tangerine, but you're not picking up much on the bergamot there. You are getting a little bit of smoothness from the lavender, which really helps kind of tone this down from being super aggressive. And in the base, you're kind of just picking up a little bit of that cedar, especially towards the dry down. You are picking up actually a lot of that note breakdown, so I think the note breakdown is actually pretty good. Now, before you go judging the scent just based off of what 1 Million EDT smells like, doesn't smell anything like that at all. You're not getting that traditional bubblegummy kind of smell. You're not getting that really like screamy, loud, synthetic, in your face, kind of choke you out, cloying type of smell. It's like a vanilla almost. It smells very delectable, sensual, seductive. It has that kind of vibe to it. I think this is one of the higher quality scent profiles of the 1 Million line. It kind of does its own thing. If I was to say what this is, I think this is the 1 Million date night scent. I think this is perfect for clubbing. This is a nighttime versatile 3-season fragrance. It's good for the winter, fall, and some spring use at the nighttime during cooler nights. You could totally rock this. Now, before you ask, because I know you're gonna, the compliment factor on this one is gonna be very high. You're gonna get a lot of attention with this when you're wearing it, and that's kind of what it was designed to do. I think this could also be somewhat unisex because it is very sweet from that kind of vanilla vibe that it's giving off, but it does lean more in the masculine direction. I think that you're gonna wanna be around 18 plus to wear something like this. And I think that the typical age range you would see is 18 to 35. But if you're older than that, I'm sure you could get away with this. It just depends what kind of guy you are. Now, is it anything groundbreaking? No. But I think that this is actually quite good, and I think it deserves a little bit more appreciation. So since this seemed to be a little bit of a controversial fragrance, people did not know whether they liked it or not. Some people said it was boring. Some people said it was the best thing they've ever smelled. I really needed some other people's opinions on this fragrance, especially from the older demographic, to see what they thought of 1 Million Royale. I brought in the expert, Chad from A Gentleman's Journey. He is so gonna say a comment when I call him an expert, to give his and Rush's opinion on 1 Million Royale. Great people, love them both. Let's get their opinions on 1 Million Royale. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to call in the fragrance experts in my local area of Toronto.
Experts? Who the hell are you talking about?
I would never say expert.
Fragrance enthusiasts, connoisseurs.
We're gonna get their impressions on the new 1 million Royal or Royale, however you wanna pronounce it. So we've had it drying down on their hand. What I wanna know is, do you think this is suitable for anyone that's older than 35, 40?
I unfortunately just think that a lot of the fragrances from this brand is catered to the young guys, your generation or younger.
This is a club fragrance. And if you're a man over 40 in the club,
This is not a first impression for me. I do have a decan, and I will be doing a video of my own. This just smells youthful. It smells sexier than the original. I find that the original is just really loud and brash. It can be very annoying.
Yep.
This is not as sweet. Now there definitely is that sweetness. I do get like spices, and I get like
you get cardamom right up front.
I also get like lavender and like not benzoin, but like an amber.
It smells very gourmandy.
It is a gourmand.
Yeah, it's very gourmandy.
I don't get that.
No? Let me smell.
You don't know where that hand's been.
I was just about to say.
With me, it's the cardamom is like, it's a bite. It's a bite, yeah, for sure.
Is it one of their best? I don't know. I'm still kind of mixed. A lot of people on TikTok were saying it's probably one of their worst. Some people were saying it's their...
I wouldn't say it's not that bad, but I also would say if you're a man from 35 up, I don't think this is for you. That's a club fragrance as far as I'm concerned.
It is. It has sex appeal, but also youth.
On you, this would be good. On me, it would reek of desperation.
It does smell good.
Yeah.
It's just not one that I myself would reach for or get a bottle of. If I was younger, absolutely. But I think that this is also a fragrance for someone who doesn't have a lot of fragrances. If you're like Russian eye, you don't need this because like we have like over 300 a piece. If you have less than 10, that's something for you.
Yeah, this would be good on you. On me, not so much. On him, maybe not so much.
What seasons do you guys think this is suitable?
Oh, this is.
That's fall, winter.
Of course.
If you wear that in the spring and summer, it could be considered a terrorist attack.
Yeah, I like that. Anyway, thank you guys. This was their take on 1 million Royal.
It's decent. It's just not for us.
Young, club fragrance.
Check out A Gentleman's Journey on YouTube. That's Chad's channel over here, where Rush makes a good guest star appearance on a lot of his videos.
Thank you. Bye now.
I hope that helps you guys kind of decide if it's right for you. So let's get on to 1 million Royal's strong point. And I mean strong point, the longevity. This fragrance is very long lasting, I must say. I was getting around 3 to 4 hours of strong 2 foot plus projection. After that, you're getting about 8+ hours of a 1 to 2 foot bubble. And then after that, it's gonna kind of die down into a skin scent that's gonna last you 12+ hours. You're gonna lose a lot of that sweetness that this opens with, and it's gonna just become a spicy, woody, ambery scent. All that sweetness kind of disappears, and it becomes a little bit more sophisticated and mature as this kind of goes towards the skin scent territory. It's gonna be a head turner when you walk by people, and it's gonna have a strong sillage. Is it the farthest projecting 1 million? Absolutely not. What is the price point of Paco Rabanne 1 million Royale? It's around $142 Canadian for the 100 mil, or around $105 USD. But you can find it on discounters from anywhere from $90 to $130, depending if you want the 50 or 100 mil. This is still a new release, so yes, the price is gonna be a bit higher, but if you wait a bit longer, it's gonna definitely drop in price. Now, please don't chase after me with a pitchfork after I say this, because I'm gonna give this a final score of 1 to 10. Although 1 million Royal doesn't do anything groundbreaking, it's not earth-shattering, I think that what it was supposed to do, it does extremely well. I really think that you really need to try 1 million Royal. For me, 1 million Royale gets an 8.2 out of 10. I honestly think it's fantastic. It's an addicting scent profile that a lot of people will enjoy, but like Chad and Rush said, it's not for the person who has a million fragrances in your collection. If you have a small collection, 1 million Royal will be right for you. Give it a go. Tell me what you think. Comment below what your thoughts on 1 million Royale are. I believe that this was actually Paco Rabanne's last fragrance creation that he oversaw before he unfortunately passed away in the same year that this fragrance was launched. So RIP to Paco Rabanne. And if you want to see if Paco Rabanne 1 million Eau de Toilette is still good in 2023, click this video right here. And also check out this collaboration I did on a Gentleman's Journey channel right here, which I think is going to bring you a lot of value. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I love you all.
I look at it this way. It's another Canadian voice, and I'm all for Canadian voices. I think the fragrance community needs to hear the Canadian voice.